Today we will start a new chapter, that is rock, and today we will discuss about only rock and their types and igneous rock. Okay, so let's start. Today first we will discuss about some important informations about rocks. Okay, the outer hard layer of the earth is known as crust. Okay, which is actually made up of different types of rocks. The different landform like mountain, hills, plateau, valley, seashore, everywhere we see different shape and different size of rocks. Okay, rocks are naturally formed homogeneous or heterogeneous of the minerals particles, which is either formed of the single element or more than one element. Here 8 element is most important, like oxygen, silicon, aluminium, iron, calcium, sodium, potassium and magnesium. Okay, and these are actually called the most rock forming minerals. Okay, and the other common minerals are like feldspar, quartz, clay minerals, mica, calcite, dolomite, aragonite, iron, amphibole, pyroxene, olivine, etc. Okay, the example of the rock form of one minerals is graphite, and that formed of many minerals in granite. Okay, different types of rock we see in there. This type we differ this type of only based on their color, their size, their cleavage, luster, ability to react chemicals. Okay, on the basis of these characteristics, according to their mode of origins, rock can be classified into the three types. One is igneous rock, second one is sedimentary rock, third one is metamorphic rock. Okay, igneous rock, the word igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis. Okay, ignis mean fire. So igneous rocks have a fiery origins. Millions of years ago, when the earth was born, it was just a glowing ball of gas. After many years, due to the release of the heat, the hot molten rock materials gradually cooled down and it solidified. Okay, after that, the first kind of hard rock originated on the earth crust. This rock is called igneous rock. This type of rock is also called primary rock. Okay, and these rock do not possess any layer, that's why it is unstratified rock, and about 80% of the earth crust is made up of igneous rock. Okay, now we discuss about the formations of igneous rocks. The interior of the earth is extremely hot, and the material present deep inside the earth remain in the molten state, meaning liquid state, due to the huge pressures and heat. Okay, this molten rock or liquid rock materials mixed with gas and vapor, and that is called magma. Sometime, due to the pressure release, this liquid magma comes out through the point of weakness. Weakness means through cracks or the fissures. Sometimes this magma pour out as lava on the surface. When this magma come out on the earth's surface, that is called lava. Okay, and that lava, after so many times, after so many years, it cools down and solidified quickly, while some remain underneath the surface and slowly cooled and solidified there. That few magma has come out on the earth's surface, and few are the beneath the under the earth's surface. Okay, there they solidified, cooled down and solidified, and made different type igneous rock. When they come out on the earth's surface, they made the different type of igneous rock. Okay, depending on these conditions under which they are solidified, igneous rock classified into the two main types. One is extrusive igneous rocks or the volcanic rocks, other one is intrusive igneous rock or plutonic rock. Okay,
The Earth's crust is made up of different types of rocks. The rocks which make up the maximum volume of the Earth's crust are called igneous rocks. The word igneous has been derived from the Latin word ignis, which means fire. These rocks are associated with volcanic eruptions. Let's study more about igneous rocks and how they are formed. The liquid rock matter that we see coming out from volcanoes is called magma. It is a hot liquid made of melted minerals. When this magma reaches the Earth's surface, it is known as lava. The cooling and the solidification of lava at the Earth's surface result in the formation of extrusive igneous rocks, which are also known as volcanic rocks. Due to rapid cooling, their crystals are fine-grained. However, some of the magma can't come out and settles inside the surface. The magma cools slowly beneath the Earth's surface as it is completely surrounded by the soil and rock present there. The cooling and the solidification of magma at a depth within the Earth's crust result in the formation of rocks having large crystals, known as intrusive igneous rocks. So we have learned that igneous rocks are of two types: extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. It is interesting to know that igneous rocks were the first to be formed and are also known as primary rocks. Pumice and obsidian are extrusive igneous rocks. Pumice is used in making lightweight concrete, and obsidian is used in ornaments. Granite and diorite are intrusive igneous rocks. Both are used as building material.
Extrusive igneous rock, here are some characteristics of this. Extrusive rock is formed when hot molten lava pours out on the Earth's surface and cools there. As it's cooled very rapidly and solidified, it is usually fine-grained. Okay, this rock is also called volcanic rock, and it is named after Vulcan. Vulcan is the name of the god of fire. Okay, and example of extrusive igneous rock is basalt. Intrusive igneous rock, this rock is formed at some depth below the Earth's surface. When the molten magma or the liquid magma cools and solidified slowly at the depth due to the pressures, the rock so formed is called intrusive igneous rock. And example is granite. Here, these intrusive igneous rock is also two types. One is plutonic rocks and other one is hypabyzal rocks, igneous rocks. Okay. So what is plutonic rocks? Plutonic rocks is sometimes molten magma cools and solidified at the great depth, and the rock so formed has large crystals because of this slow cooling and solidifications. Such a rock is called plutonic rocks, named after Pluto, the Roman god of underworld. Okay, and example of this plutonic rock is granite. Okay. Next, hypabyzal igneous rock. What is that? When molten magma cools and solidified beneath the Earth's surface at shallow depth within the fissure and crack, the rocks show formed is called hyperbasalt igneous rock. The crystals or the grains of these rocks are not as large as that of the plutonic rocks. Okay, and as it's cooled down more rapidly than the plutonic rock but slower than the extrusive rocks. So the smaller crystal than the plutonic rock but larger crystals than the extrusive rocks are formed here. And examples of the hyperbasalt igneous rock is dolerite. Okay. Next, according to the chemical compositions, igneous rocks can be classified into the 4 types. Number 1, acidic igneous rock. Number 2, basic igneous rock. Number 3, intermediate igneous rock. Number 4, ultra basic igneous rock. So acidic igneous rock, what is that? The igneous rock contain high percentage of silica or quartz, about 65% or more, and less basic oxide, are known as acidic igneous rock. They include rocks like granite, pegmatite and rhyolite. Okay. Intermediate igneous rock, these rocks have about 53% to 64% of silica and quartz contained, and about 47 to 36.7% of basic oxides. This includes rocks like dolerite and andesites. Okay. Basic igneous rock, the igneous rock contained about 45% to 52% of silica or quartz and about 55% to 48% basic oxide are called basic igneous rocks. They include rocks like gabbro, dolerite and basalts. You can see the picture also. They have each and every rocks have the different characteristics and look also different. Ultra basic igneous rock, these rocks have silica or quartz content of about less than 35% and more than 55% of basic oxide. They include rocks like peridotite, kimberlites and cometite. Okay. Now we discuss about the characteristics of igneous rock. Igneous rocks have certain characteristics like number 1, igneous rocks are formed by cooling and solidifications of hot molten magma and lava. Number 2, they are hard, compact, massive and crystalline or semi-crystalline. Number 3, as they are formed from the molten magma or lava, they do not contain strata or layers. Number 4, they do not contain any fossils. Number 5, they have joint and cracks. Number 6, these rocks are compact and hard and so resistant to erosions. Number 7, they vary from light color to dark color. Light color example like granite and dark color example is basalt. Number 8, they are very useful as building and road materials. Okay, here two important rocks like granite and basalt. As a short note, you have to read that. What is granite? Granite is a light colored plutonic igneous rock formed at the great depth beneath the surface of the earth. It is formed by the very slow cooling and solidifications of the molten magma. Okay, and basalt is a dark colored extrusive igneous rock formed by the rapid cooling and the solidifications of the molten lava on the surface of the earth. Due to the first cooling of the rocks, its characteristics is fine grained. Okay. Thank you everyone. I hope you understood. If you have any queries, the questions you can ask me. Okay. Thank you.